thousands of kilometers above the vast Pacific Ocean, where the blue of Earth fades into the black infinity of space, the Artemis II mission is entering its final and most intense chapter. After days of silent travel beyond the cradle of humanity, the crew prepares for the one phase no training can fully replicate: return. Inside the Orion capsule, every movement is precise, every breath controlled. Strapped tightly into their seats, visors lowered, hearts steady but alert, the astronauts brace themselves. Outside, nothing but the void, until everything changes in an instant. A deep, muted shock ripples through the structure. The pyrotechnic bolts have fired. In a fraction of a second, the European service module, the lifeline that carried Orion across space, providing propulsion, oxygen, and power, detaches and begins to drift away into the darkness. Slowly, almost gracefully, it fades from view. A silent companion left behind, its metallic silhouette shrinking against the glowing curve of Earth. Now, Orion is alone, completely alone. No second chances, no turning back. The capsule begins its rotation, carefully orienting itself so that its heat shield faces forward, the only barrier between life and destruction. Ahead lies the invisible wall of the atmosphere, a boundary as unforgiving as it is unavoidable. At 120 kilometers above Earth's surface, the encounter begins. Orion slams into the upper layers of the atmosphere at a staggering speed of 40,000 kilometers per hour. In an instant, physics takes over. The air in front of the capsule compresses violently, heating to extreme temperatures until it ignites into plasma. The spacecraft is engulfed in a blazing sheath of fire. From the ground, it would appear as a star falling in broad daylight, brighter than anything in the sky. Inside, the calm gives way to chaos. The cabin trembles violently. A thunderous roar fills every inch of space, a sound so powerful it feels like the world itself is tearing apart. The heat shield begins its silent sacrifice, enduring temperatures approaching 2,800 degrees Celsius. Layer by layer, it erodes, burning away millimeter by millimeter, carrying the deadly heat with it, protecting the fragile lives within. The forces of deceleration slam into the crew. Their bodies feel impossibly heavy, crushed into their seats at 4 times their normal weight. Every second stretches endlessly. Breathing becomes a conscious effort. Vision narrows. And then, silence. Total silence. Communication is lost. A blackout. The plasma surrounding the capsule blocks all radio signals. No voice reaches mission control. No signal escapes the inferno. In Houston, time seems to freeze. Engineers, scientists, and flight controllers stare at their screens, waiting, hoping, counting every second in unbearable tension. Back inside Orion, the crew can only trust their machine, their training, and each other. Seconds feel like minutes. Minutes feel like eternity. And then, slowly, the fire begins to fade. The violent shaking subsides. The plasma dissipates. Orion emerges from the most dangerous phase of its journey, scarred, blackened, but alive. The sky returns, deep blue and endless. The capsule cuts through the air, still traveling at incredible speed, but now under control. At 7,000 meters above the ocean, the next sequence begins. With explosive precision, mortars fire. 2 small stabilizing parachutes deploy instantly, snapping open and biting into the rushing air. Their purpose is critical: to steady the capsule, to align it perfectly for what comes next. For a brief moment, Orion swings beneath them, adjusting, stabilizing. Then, right on cue, the main parachutes deploy. 3 massive red and white canopies burst open in a perfectly timed choreography. They inflate in stages, each second reducing speed, each movement calculated to perfection. The transformation descends. From a violent fall at 500 kilometers per hour, the capsule slows dramatically to a controlled, almost peaceful 30 kilometers per hour. The noise fades, the tension eases. Suspended beneath the giant parachutes, Orion now drifts gently toward the ocean below. The Pacific stretches endlessly, reflecting the sunlight like a field of liquid silver. From afar, recovery ships of the U.S. Navy and encircling helicopters have already locked on to their target. Eyes in the sky track every movement. Cameras roll. This is the moment they have been waiting for. From the perspective of those watching, the capsule appears almost weightless, floating like a feather above the waves. But inside, the crew remains focused. Every second still matters. The ocean rises rapidly to meet them, and then it happens. Impact. A massive explosion of white water erupts as Orion slams into the Pacific Ocean. The force is powerful, but controlled. Inside, the astronauts feel the jolt, followed immediately by the rhythmic motion of the waves. The mission is not over yet, but they are home. Within seconds, bright orange flotation bags deploy around the capsule, inflating rapidly to stabilize it in the water. The spacecraft, now transformed from a blazing meteor into a floating vessel, bobs safely on the surface. The tension breaks. The danger has passed. Outside, recovery teams move in quickly. Divers enter the water, swimming toward the capsule, securing it, ensuring everything is safe. Helicopters hover above, their blades cutting through the salty air. The scene is alive with motion, coordination, precision. Then, the final moment. The hatch opens. For the first time in days, fresh ocean air rushes into the cabin, replacing the sterile, metallic atmosphere of space. It carries the scent of salt, life, Earth. One by one, the astronauts emerge from the capsule. Hyde, Victor, Christina, and Jeremy step out of the capsule, their eyes adjusting to the brightness of a world they left behind 10 days ago. The light feels different. The air feels heavier, real. After traveling beyond Earth, after facing the silence of space and the fury of re-entry, they are finally back. More than half a century after the Apollo missions, humanity has once again proven its ability to leave Earth and return. This is more than a landing. It is a statement. The path to the moon is open again, and beyond it, even greater destinations await.
Oh, there we see Christina there, also smiling, finally peering out, waving at the cameras. Hello to you too, Christina, yes? Welcome back. Welcome, welcome home. A loudspeaker announcement on the ship saying, "Welcome home, Integrity." Victor in great spirits. I can't see who he's talking to, but I kind of think that he might be talking to his other two crew members. Shouting from across the flight deck, congratulations to one another. And so now we see some Navy personnel walking up to the helicopter. This is again the first helicopter carrying pilot Victor Glover and mission specialist Christina Cook. Both have taken off their helmets now. Some pictures, video, to catalog this historic moment. A beautiful sunset just behind them here in the Pacific Ocean. Golden hour. These pictures will be beautiful. And now we see NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman. He is on the flight deck, as well as Flight Surgeon Rick Schuring walking over to Victor and Christina first. We saw the administrator walk over to the other helicopter, which is carrying Commander Reed Weissman and mission specialist Jeremy Hansen. We heard from Rick earlier in the broadcast. Again, he said he's going to be out there on the flight deck to do another initial assessment of the crew, ask them how they're feeling. Anything bothering them. But again, from what I'm seeing, they look like they're in great spirits and feeling pretty good. For folks who just traveled 695,000 miles from Florida to the moon and now here to the Pacific Ocean.